So today, Bank of America just announced that all of their economists came to the conclusion that we are currently in a recession. That has been rallied and championed by a few others as well. Makes sense to me. That's what it looks like, that's what it feels like. So I guess the question is, what do we do about it? Obsidian Group, we've been preparing for this for a while. The strategy that we put together to invest before the recession is actually one to be able to weather. We're looking at, in particular, industrial real estate, and we're looking at the demand side. There's so much demand for that space. E-commerce is continuing to grow. There's the potential boom of medical marijuana. It makes so much sense to me. And you see all this institutional capital coming to our market, trying to gobble up as much of this stuff as they can. For us, the hardest part has always been finding deals. And I think that's been the hardest part for everybody. Sort of the good news is it will recalibrate the market a bit and mean that there's going to be some opportunities for people like us and hopefully anybody who is sitting on some capital, people who maintain liquidity, who have some dry powder to put into these deals. So I'm really excited. I'm cautiously optimistic and excited, I should say. The disease, don't understand above my head. The economics, feeling a little bit more comfortable with. So I think that there's going to be some better times ahead for everybody. Hopefully you have stashed some money away. The way that it's probably going to manifest itself is we still have to wait a little bit. I think there's going to be probably a 6-month period here where sellers, for them to be willing to take what the new sort of, let's call it the recession price for their buildings versus what they expected before, it's going to take a few months. It's going to take a while. They want to collect that data to make sure that they're not just fire selling a building for no reason. And buyers, they're not comfortable. They're not willing to pay those old prices anymore. So to me, it seems like it just makes sense that there's going to be a slowdown and there's not going to be a lot of transacting in commercial real estate on either side. But eventually, there's going to be people who do have liquidity issues who need to get rid of those buildings, and people who were able to stash away some money, who were able to maintain those banking relationships, are going to be able to go in and solve people's problems, take those buildings off their hands, hopefully get creative and find a way to be able to help them and make sure they're not just exploiting the situation. But I think that there's a lot changing in real estate. It can be exciting. It depends on what side you're on. And I think we can all come together, hopefully, and make some good decisions.